Welcome back everyone. So on the Bungie website there's now a new section for the Rise of Iron, and on that page there's a lot of new images which teases some of the new weapons and armour that's going to be coming in the Rise of Iron. So in this video I thought I'd take a look at some of that gear because there's some really cool stuff in there. So first off we have these three weapons right here, and if you don't recognise this, the one in the top left is the Khvostov, the first weapon, the auto rifle that you get at the very beginning of the game. Now we also got a glimpse of the Khvostov in the trailer for the Rise of Iron, so it seems like this weapon is going to be coming back. Now this makes me wonder if the Khvostov is going to be upgraded to a higher rarity, say legendary or maybe even exotic. It definitely seems to be getting an upgrade though. I'm wondering if it's going to have any sort of unique perk. In the top right we have a new heavy machine gun. Now the design of this looks really interesting because it indicates a new weapon foundry. If you look closely at the weapon, just above the ammo belt is the letter N printed on the side of the weapon, and just below that is some text. Now I believe this is the weapon foundry called Nadir. We've seen this symbol since the launch of the game, as well as a few of the weapon foundries that have yet to actually make it into the game, so it seems like Nadir is the next foundry to be added. Now I'm not sure if this heavy machine gun could be an exotic, or if this is just the design of Nadir weapons in general. And then lastly at the bottom we have the new Iron Yellowhorn. Now this is a pre-order bonus that you get for pre-ordering the Rise of Iron, and in case you missed it, Yellowhorn is going to be making a return to Year 3 of Destiny. If you'd like to learn more about that and how you could obtain the Year 3 Yellowhorn, there'll be a link in the description and on screen to my previous video. Next up we have some more really interesting screenshots of three new ghost shells. The first one appears to resemble the Seaver, which is the Plague, our new enemy that we're going to be facing in the Rise of Iron. The one in the middle appears to have a camouflage sort of design with the pink and purple colours, and the one on the right is a new Monarchy ghost shell, so this means we're finally going to be getting some faction ghost shells. This has actually gotten me really excited to see what kind of other ghost shells we're going to get in this expansion. Next we have some more teases of some of the new weapons that we're going to be getting. I think these are just going to be more of some of the legendary weapons and some of the vendor weapons. At the top we have a fusion rifle which we saw in the trailer. On the left in the middle we have a new Armour scout rifle. Now what caught my attention about this design is the symbol on the side of the gun. This is the symbol of the new enemy faction we're going to be facing, called the Fallen Devil Splicers. Every Fallen house has their own sort of symbol, and this is the symbol of the Fallen Devil Splicers. You can see it overlaid on this image on Bungie.net, and you can see a glimpse of it on the back of this Splicer's cloak. In the centre we have another Armour scout rifle, except this one is now black and the Fallen Devil Splicers symbol is red. Now what's especially interesting about this one is that it has these wires running along it. Now these wires indicate the Seaver, which as I mentioned earlier are the Plague that we're going to be facing in the Rise of Iron. Then on the right we have a new Vanguard shotgun. Then lastly at the bottom we have a new scout rifle. Now the red, yellow and white stripes on this weapon make me think that this could be a future war cult weapon, but we don't know for definite. Moving on now, let's take a look at some of the armour. So firstly we have this Warlock's armour, which looks really cool. I really like the theme going on here. Now we don't know if this is going to be the new Iron Banner gear, or if this is just going to be some vendor gear that you can obtain from the Iron Temple, which, if you don't know, is going to be the new social space. As you can see, the armour has these themes of iron and Vikings going on. It's got this fair collar, the chest piece has the sigil of the Iron Lords on it, and so does the bond. Next we have a glimpse at some of the Titan armour. This one looks really interesting as well. It's got these kind of smooth, sharp edges to it, and kind of looks inspired by the Seaver. The shapes kind of also remind me of the Warmind architecture. And then finally we have this incredible gear for the Hunter. Now this is the new Trials of Osiris gear. So once the Rise of Iron is released, the Trials of Osiris will be updated with new armour for every class, and this is what the Hunter's looks like. As you can see, the helmet looks more like a mask, and the chest piece and the cape have jackals on them. So there you go, that is all the armour and weapons that has been teased so far. Seeing this has got me really excited to see what the rest of the armour is going to look like for the other classes. So I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.